Okay, everybody, welcome. If I can have everybody's attention, please. And first of all, I want all of you who are short to come to the front and against sugar. I want you to be really close. I want you to all come closer. And if you are really tall, please stay in the back. Let's go ahead and make sure everybody can see. Don't be shy, there's a lot of room here, so we can come a lot closer. Okay? Hayden, I want you right here. Okay, the photographer, no, right here. Okay. All right, very good. Photographer goes in the front. All right, everybody, can everybody see? Yeah, great, very good. So thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight to this really very special occasion in spite of the weather. Thank God it's not snowing tonight. I did a special request and I listened to for those of you who don't know me, I'm Regina Held. I'm the director of both Newgrounds and Matrix Fine Art. I also founded it. Newgrounds is now in its 18th year and Matrix in its 8th year, something like that. Anyhow, where am I? Oh, shoot. And I want to introduce to you my Japanese artists who were just in the room. Great. I need the two Japanese artists, please. And drag him, club him and drag him over here. No because this is a very special night. This is all about etching. First of all, we have a book signing for our book that we just wrote, which I had here. Can any of you please give me one of my books? Throw it over me. See, I have all kinds of people who will help me, otherwise I couldn't do this. Thank you, excellent, very good. So while we're waiting for those artists to come in, and I know you're sweating blood, but give time. So I have to talk about this. This took 10 years in making, but I wrote most of it this summer. And what else do I do? You know, you're bored, you know, anyhow. So we wrote this entire book on non-toxic etching, the way we do etching here, the way we have practiced etching here for the last 18 years. And it is the most detailed book on etching you'll ever find. It has detailed lists, it has step-by-step, it has troubleshooting, the most important thing in etching, because everything will go wrong, and you go like, what did I do? And it will tell you what you did wrong. You might not always like what you need to do to fix it, because someone says, you gotta start over. But anyhow, most of the time there will be a solution. And we have a book signing tonight at $30. If you'd like to have your own personalized copy, I'm happy to sign it, find me. And you go to the office first, pay for your book, and then Ray and I will be here to sign it. So special at $30, only $30. Anyhow.
And there's an example of my work.
And there's an example of that. Most importantly, there's a piece of bliss in there. Very good. So Hayashi Shinji, please. So now I have the amazing honor to introduce to you two of Japan's most well-known printmakers, Takahiko Hayashi-san, and Ando Shindi, Ando-san, who are... Thank goodness I'm speaking much English. I mean, you know, I can say anything, they wouldn't know what I'm saying. But anyhow, the great thing is they're amazing, amazing artists. I have been so fortunate to have carried their work for many years now. Hayashi, this is his third time here, his third exhibition. Ando is here for the second time. And they're both wonderful, wonderful artists. They're rising stars in Japan. They have international shows all over the place. He has a lot of shows coming up in Japan, actually. The inventory we have right now, there's overflow in my office, by the way, but this is the biggest inventory we'll ever have by these two artists. So take advantage of it, because all of the pieces are selling out. We don't have all the pieces all the time. So if you love a piece, this is the time to get it. You know, really it is. So we do layaway, we work with you, but put your, you know, mark on a piece so you can take it, you know, home in 4 weeks when the show comes down. Anyhow, so but talk to those guys, ask them questions, okay? They're wonderful artists. They're they're both teachers also as well. They're fathers. They're just wonderful guys. So please take advantage of them being here. So thank you so much for coming all the way from Japan for this reception. All right. So and now last but not least, I'm saving the best for last. So this is Nick Hudak's absolute first show, his first solo exhibition, and it's an amazing show. It's sort of nice to see something really urban and dark, you know, because in the mix of it gets so bright and fluffy and all that. But he is true to his roots, black and white, which is my favorite thing in the world. And Nick is gonna show you. He's gonna talk about the etching process, and he's gonna talk about how he does his work. And without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking now. I give you Nicholas Ziak.
Thanks everyone for being here. So the type of printmaking that I do and that a lot of us here at Newgrounds do is intaglio printmaking, which means the image is incised into the plate. And what I use is mainly copper plates. So I have an example here. This plate is made of copper, and one of the basic techniques we do to get like a line drawing in an image is we coat the plate with a material that resists acid, because eventually we're going to etch the plate with acid. So what this material is, what we do at Newgrounds is non-toxic, which means water-based material. So we use a polymer emulsion and coat it on the plate, and it's basically floor polish. It's like glorified floor polish. So we coat the plate with it, and then we can draw lines into this coating with an etching needle. So that's like this. So I can draw lines that cut through this waxy coating and reveal the copper. So I'm going to draw like a circle here. And it gets used to the drawing technique. It's not like drawing with pencil. I'll draw a few lines. And then I can pass this around and you guys can see how the copper is exposed from the lines that I've drawn. I think I have some budding artists here, right? Ren and Sonnet and Pippin. Do you want to try drawing into the plate? But be very careful with this needle, okay? Just touch it right here and you can try drawing. If you want, you don't have to. And then we'll show people. Ren, do you want to try?
All right.
Be careful with the needle and just try to draw a line and see if you can. So what happens when that copper is exposed by drawing a line with the needle, we dip the whole plate into a bath of ferric chloride, which acts like an acid and eats through the copper. And so what it does is make grooves that will hold ink when I want to print the plate. So what I'll do then is remove that whole floor polish waxy coating, and then I'll put ink all over the plate, and then run it with paper through the printing press. Now a lot of the work that you see that I have in there has a lot of different shades of gray, and it's not just lines. So we have a whole different process called aquatint that fills in all those blank areas between all the lines. And that is done by putting very fine particles on the plate, which the acid eats around, and so that they can hold ink in more of a continuous way, like a solid, block of gray or black. And so that's the way I did all the work that you see in the show that's hanging in there. And so I have an example plate of one of those pieces from the show, and I'm going to show you how I ink it up. So this is one of the buildings. I don't know if you can see from the reflection that the image was etched into here using that process that I just described. So what we do, how much time do I have left?
As much as you need.
So I don't want to get ink all over my hands, so I'm going to put gloves on. And what I do is I just start by putting a big chunk of ink on the plate, and then I spread it around. So that's what I'm going to do here. And you can see, the more I spread around, you can start to see the image come out in the plate. Can you see the building through the ink there? Okay, I just got to make sure every bit of it is covered here. Can you kind of see, do you see something behind the ink there? So once I get ink all over the plate, I am going to wipe it with, here I'm going to take most of it with just a sheet of phone book paper. And then we use this cheesecloth type stuff that's called tarlatan. And what this is good at is it wipes the ink off the surface of the plate without pulling it out of the grooves that I've etched into the plate. And And the convenient thing about doing black and white work is I can wear a black shirt every day when I come in. Okay, can you see something there? Do you see a picture in there? Are you guys going to start a junior printmaking club? Maybe?
She's gonna go up and she's gonna be an old, and she's gonna make rectangles out of paper.
Ooh, sounds good.
I just
Okay, so this is a cleaner piece of the same tarlatan material, and it's really pulling most of the ink off of the surface here. Okay, so maybe everybody can see that there's an image in there.
Cool.
I like the oohs and ahs. Okay, and I'm going to do a final, I'm going to wipe this with telephone. You can see under those benches we're stocking up on telephone books. They're probably not going to be around forever, and we like to use the paper for printmaking. Yeah, Regina might want telephone book donations, I don't know. Or maybe we have enough for now. We need like a warehouse to go with that.
I'm not going to be able to blast you guys.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is print this on that printing press over there. So I just have to sneak around some of you and hopefully won't get ink on any of you. This part I didn't plan on. I don't want to get ink all over the printing press. Is Mary over there? I'll set it up. No, I'm good. I think I figured it out. Okay. So I'm just going to pull the bed of the plate all the way out so that I can put my plate around it. And these printing presses are all made in Albuquerque. One of the only factories that makes these types of printing presses is here in Albuquerque. It's called Tackage Press Corporation. Okay, so I'm going to put the plate right in the middle. You guys can stand around and look at the plate if you want. And I'm going to get the paper, which is soaking in water over here.
And I've seen these little girls special
So in order to pull ink out of the plate, the paper has to be wet. But not too wet, so then I put it on the towel. Now it's ready. Okay, did everybody get a chance to see what's going on over here? Okay. So now I just center the paper on the plate here. And then I have one piece of newsprint under there. And this is just to soak up extra water, so we put a piece of newsprint on top of that. These blankets protect the press from the edges of the plate. So these are special blankets that are only used in print. Okay, these are blankets that protect the printing press from the edges of the plate. They're special blankets. I think they're only used for printing presses like this. And then I rotate this handle to pull the plate through. So I just need a little more. That's perfect. So I just rotate this and it applies pressure between the plate and the paper, which will pull the ink out of the plate and onto the paper.
So you're really wonky.
Okay, so this is the big reveal. Let's hope it turned out. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Does anybody have any questions? Did we pass the little plate around? Does anybody want to see? Oh, the girls are still drawing. So I can print that later.
Yeah.
This